Alright, here's a quick and dirty tutorial on how to set up multiple tracks for your Superior drummer. So what I got here is my first track. I call it kick because I like to just put kick on first, especially when you look in the mixer of Superior drummer. You see here they've got them in that order. So I also do 5 groupings based upon what's in here. This does happen to be easy drummer track, but it's really all the same. So what got here is kick, snare, hats, toms, and overheads, or that's just kind of a grouping. Sometimes you'll even have effects, like I do believe this one has effects over here, so I actually can put the effects separately. So I will add one more on this, as you already know how to add a track, but you go ahead and add this in here, and I'm going to call this one effects, just so I can have full control. Not all drums have these effects, and you can obviously turn them off. So personally, I do like to have them in this specific order. So what we have here is, you see Superior drummer is only on the first one. The first one that Superior drummer is on is always the first output. So what I'm going to show you here is this is where all the magic is. Right down here in output. Nice and straightforward. So the 3 kicks I like to put into out 1 2, which is the default. So out 1 2 means that it's going to go through here. So like doing this like this, then I put all 3 kicks into this one. Now for snare, I'm going to do the next one. 3 4, 3 4. And hi-hat, I like to keep separate, of course. You see over there 5 6. Toms going to be 7 8, 7 8. What's great is you can actually save this. So I like to save it like on the dry AI. I want to save my own, and so you should be able to come back to it. Obviously, you have to toy with it to really figure it out. So here I did all the toms into 7 8, and then I'm going to go to these overheads. I'm going to do 9 10, 9 10, and then you guessed it, 11 12 on these last ones. Now, as you do this, and you choose all these different outs, I think you might have saw before we only had the one out 1 2 over here, but now that I've added all these others, bam, there's a whole lot of them. Now something that I like to do, which you don't have to do, but I do like this one here, is a click up near the red. I'm going to drag this over, and that way I can have, the ones that are in the out, I put it in front of them, so I know I control all of these with this. Same thing with this one, I'm not going to do it right now, but you can move all of these over. I put like out 1 2 in front of kicks, out 3 4 in front of snares. That way you can still control a lot of the stuff in here, but once you route this, it's all going to be usable. You can use your own plugins on all of these tracks. So once again, where Superior drummer is 1 2, so kick's already there. So if I play this actual drum set, this line, I don't have any routing. All you're going to hear is the kick, nothing else, because I'm only routing that. Now I come to the input, go to plugin, Superior drummer, and you guessed it, 3 4, and then now you can hear snare and kick, then so on and so forth. Now just go down the line. Same thing, 5 6. Luckily it turns yellow in Pro Tools here, so you can tell what's already been used, so it's a little easy to know. Grab the next one. 9 10, 11 12, and then full kit. And since it's the full kit, you can see how everything's being used, what's actually being hit. Now what's pretty crazy is like with the hats. Well, like with the hats, if we, mute these hats, you're still going to hear them. Same thing with the snare. I'm going to mute it. The reason why is the overheads. So if you mute the overheads, it's gone. And that's because it's bleed. You'd expect that to be happening. So, you can mess around with these things, turn these volumes up and down independently, as you can expect. You can add your, LA2A on here for the kick and start doing some fun stuff with that. Obviously EQ, blah, 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 blah. So, if we come over here to toms, look right there. It just appeared right out of the blue. So now let's go back here and do the same thing. Oh, once again, overheads. little bleed, but of course you can control that bleed over here. But anyway, this is absolutely magnificent to be able to do whatever I need to do. Also make sure, you know, this is just me being dumb, put that in there, and that way I got my effects. Oh, there's your overhead. So yeah, so that's it. Just these numbers right here equate to the inputs over here. Group them however you like. I think this is, you know, probably the easiest way to do it. And then you just mess around with that. Yep, there you go.